We are not cooling down any soon. In fact, it might get hotter.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your always great support. Now, just about some 2 weeks, William Ruto was in United States of America for, let me say, a special state visit where there was a lot of conversation here and there, and you saw about the issues of hiring a private jet and what was the goodies that he was coming back with from the United States of America. You know very well whatever is happening as Gen Zs are taking over and staging demonstration against this punitive government financial bill 2024 financial year, as seems like William Ruto is now bowing and begging these Gen Zs so that they can have a conversation to ensure that the conversation that is going to be staged in State House is to correct some issues that the Gen Zs are raising in the Republic of Kenya. But as we speak, the Gen Zs, led by their parents in United States of America, those who are Kenyans living in the US, they stormed the street and even leading, they of course went ahead to Kenya embassy in US, demonstrating and saying that they reject the finance bill. This is how they did it.
Go with me! Ruto must go! 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 Finance bill! Lose our fear, they lose their power! Lose our fear, they lose their power!
We are here to reject the finance bill. We've seen Kenyans protest and die in Kenya, and this is the beginning of the next generation. We're here to reject the finance bill. We want to make sure that Ruto has gone. We will be giving members of parliament who voted yes red cards. Ndindi Nyororo, what's the other one called? Kimani Machungwa, or whatever your name is. We are giving you all red cards, and anyone who voted yes, we're actually giving you an opportunity until Tuesday. You know, because unajua hata katika maandiko ya kidini Firauni alipatiwa nafasi, aliambiwa we nenda uka apologize. So if they apologize and they say no on Tuesday, we will consider forgiving them. But for now, we are rejecting them, and hopefully they will be recalled. We know August is a time when we'll be ready to recall members of parliament, and that's going to be happening. And we are telling people in Kenya to stay strong, and we're going to be with you here. We will be occupying all embassies, not only here in DC, we'll be occupying the one in LA, we'll be occupying New York, London, and anywhere in Kenya where there's a Kenyan embassy.
My name is Valentine, and I'm here today to stand with the Kenyans back home against this punitive draconian finance bill. We want to tell the Kenyans back home and the Kenyans everywhere that tuko pamoja, we're in this together.
The reason I'm protesting out here today is that basically you are not leaving the young people of our country with anything. Like, this is their inheritance, this is their birthright, and this finance bill is robbing them to death. We do not want this finance bill, we want it to be rejected. This is something that we, the older generation, let our younger generation down with, but we will stand with them on this fight. We need them to have a country.
My name is Kelvin Kibet, and I'm here to reject the finance bill in totality. I'm also here to pay tribute to our fallen comrade who died while fighting for his country. Rex, Masai, and Evans, we salute you for marching for your...
What do you think when you look at Kenyans storming the street and heading to Kenya embassy to present their grievances to the right authority against this finance bill of William Samoei Ruto's Kenya Kwanza government? But just the other day, William Ruto was in US. But the picture that William Ruto never wanted, this is something that even he prioritized in, that he wanted that no one was going to destroy the reputation that he has built. Then the question we are asking, what is this reputation that William Ruto is singing? What is this reputation that is going to benefit Kenya, that William Ruto is trying to protect? As you know very well, William Ruto seems like adopting so much the policies of the United States of America. And that is why you've seen many people, not only in Africa, but across the world, that are terming William Ruto as a US puppet. You saw what happened in Haiti, where William Ruto promised to deploy 1,000 police officers to go and lead the peace mission keeping in Haiti. But when you look at the residents who are living in the US coming from Haiti, said this, that William Ruto was the US puppet, and he was trying to capture the Haiti in slavery in form of now going to fight their fellow Africans who are in Haiti. But now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the staged demonstration where Kenyans who are living in US stormed the Kenya embassy. What is this reputation that is going to remain? Because already William Ruto is well known across the world, not only in Africa, but across the world, you know, as a man who usually don't do what he says. Is a man that usually do opposite to what he says. So when he is in America, he portrays a picture that now Kenyans are not suffering. Kenyans are okay. But remember one thing, William Ruto has staged this country into the hands of some individuals who are trying to interfere with the progress and the dignity of the country. And that is why most of the time I've seen William Ruto trying to protect his moves, working with the United States of America. But the truth and legality here is that William Ruto has not realized that the decisions that he's making upon working with the United States of America and West countries is not going to benefit him. Is just going to destroy our country. Remember one thing, we have other African countries that are busy building their reputations and that's restoring their dignity. Look at the issue of Burkina Faso, where Ibrahim Traore is busy working for his people. But our president is there not even listening to the people. I'm not trying to insinuate something that upon William Ruto's stand about this finance bill, something must be done here because we are not having leadership here, you know. We are not having leadership. The problem is, what is this benefit we are going to get from finance bill? Remember, finance bill is not a document that makes a government now to fund their projects. Let me try to explain like that. But is a document that usually enable a government to collect more taxes yearly, every year, more taxes. Because if truly the financial bill was one, then they could have passed it for the first year that William Ruto was being sworn in the office. Then everything could have ended that time. Then they could have been using that finance bill that they approved the first year they were sworn in the office. But when you look at William Ruto, I'm not saying it is wrong to have this financial year every year. But when you look at William Ruto, the document that he is now imposing to Kenyans is a document that is raising more punitive taxes that are not only going to destroy Kenyans, but is going to destroy the economy completely. Because why? William Ruto has adopted some policies of IMF, International Monetary Fund, and also the World Bank. And remember one thing, I've said it here very clear, that when you look at the IMF and World Bank, there's no guarantee that a country is going to develop because of those two lending international institutions. Why? Because they usually have their policies that are going to be imposed to the common man in a certain country. You will feel like you're paying your debts because these policies is going to enable your head of state to borrow money. And by borrowing money, they come up with their conditions. That is whatever is happening. So when I saw the US now trying to support Kenyans, those Kenyans who are living in the US, trying to support Kenyans in this demonstration, I think William Ruto's reputation is a deal done. He doesn't have a reputation again. You cannot say you have a reputation, a good reputation, but on this side, the country is burning. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.